All right, QMJHL fans, welcome back to our another edition of our Monday Facebook Live conversations. From you can see from the screen, our guest today is a very important one. It's Olivier Nadeau from Gatineau. Olivier, welcome and thanks for taking the time during your playoffs.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
For sure, for sure. So, like I just mentioned, obviously it's a busy time of year for you. You're freshly landed in Gatineau this year, so we're gonna have plenty of cover for our interviews. But as an icebreaker, question we want to know first is what's your nickname in the locker room? What do the boys call you up in Gatineau?
Boys call me Nads or Big Nads. It's been that for all my junior career. I think it's pretty simple, and the boys like it.
Nads or big nads? Pretty
Yeah,
pretty straightforward.
yeah.
Uh, so the other question we like to ask as well is basically your jersey selection. So you changing from Shawinigan to Gatineau, you also got to change numbers. So you went from 20 to 12. Is there a reasoning behind both those numbers?
I mean, when I was in Shawi, I wanted to take 12, but it was taken, so I had 20 because I had this number Bantam, and
Okay.
the opposite, yeah, in midget I had 12, so that's why I took that number here in Gatineau.
And was there a reason for you picking 12 even in midget, or it's just the number you decided
No,
to go with?
no, I just feel like I like this number, and I just wanted to go with that one.
Nice, nice. Make it your own. That's what they say.
Yeah.
So speaking of numbers, you were also drafted in the NHL by Buffalo in the fourth round, 97th overall in 2021. So obviously, we want to know basically first off, that was the COVID draft. So obviously, you were not there on site. You were, I'm guessing, with family and friends. Who was there with you, and how did that whole experience go down?
Yeah, we did a little party at home with family and friends. It was really fun. It was a sunny Saturday, so after I heard my name, we did a little party, and it was pretty fun, and
Nice.
it's memories I'll have forever, and I'm really grateful for that.
How many people were at that little party for you?
uh Honestly, I think over 100%.
Nice.
for,
He
for
still
the
calls it a little party, eh?
Yeah, for the night, for the draft, we were like just close family, probably around 25, 30. But after I got drafted, we kind of invited a little bit of friend.
Got the boys together.
Yeah, exactly.
So obviously, being a prospect of Buffalo, I'm guessing you followed their season pretty closely, and they're a team that we can consider on the rise despite them not making the playoffs. So basically, what I want to know is how closely do you follow Buffalo, if at all?
I do follow Buffalo. I mean, I watch the game pretty on a basic. I mean, every week probably like one or two games,
Okay.
and I try to watch some Rochester game too when I can. And yeah, I think they have an exciting team. They're fun to watch. They're pretty skilled. So yeah, in the next couple of years, I think we're gonna see great great teams in Buffalo.
No, I'm guessing yourself being born in Quebec and growing up close to Quebec City, you were not a fan of Buffalo growing up. So who was your team?
My team was Boston. I was a big
Okay.
Bruins fans, yeah, growing up, and yeah, all my family was Habs fans. So it was war at home when the playoffs started and they were facing each other.
What was the reason for you picking Buffalo, Boston? I mean, was there any reasoning behind it? A player you looked up
No,
to?
honestly, I mean, my favorite player was Patrice Bergeron for sure, but
Okay.
just I don't remember how it started, but I just started watching Boston and it became my favorite team.
Hey, next thing you know, you can grow up a Habs fan and end up with a Boston jersey on your wall. So weird things do happen. So basically, in terms of Buffalo, I know you're under contract with them too. So congrats on that. Now, have they been in contact with you throughout the season? If so, at what pace? I mean, do they call you every week, every month? How was that?
Yeah, exactly. We have every week they call me to talk about the past game in the weekend during the weekend, and yeah, they come see me probably like once 2 or 3 week, go dinner and watch some of my game, and
Okay.
yeah, exactly. So they're pretty close to me, and we talk like on a regularly basis.
Now, I'm guessing you've been to one camp or two camps with them now.
Yeah.
How was that first camp experience? I'm guessing that was your sort of welcome to the NHL moment. What do you remember the most from that?
Just being like around an NHL player, being in the room with them, it's pretty special. My second camp, I wasn't able to play because of my injury, but
Yeah.
I mean, I've like just seeing them how they approach a game, approach a camp, even if they like confirm the team is pretty special. They always like working hard and on and off the ice, so it's pretty special and it's fun to take example for those guys.
And I'm guessing your first camp, obviously, you didn't show up thinking you were gonna, make the team right off the bat or all that. But I mean, it was also getting your first taste and getting to compare yourself to other NHLers in a type of way. So, for you, was it like a measuring stick? Were you trying to compare yourself to others, or were you trying to focus on your game and gain as much experience as you could?
Yeah, I wanted just to gain much experience as I could. On this, like obviously you wanna just see how close you are from the NHL and how big and how strong the guys are and how fast the game is. So yeah, I think I learned a lot during that camp, and I just wanna have that as my in my luggage for the next camp to come.
For sure. And did you develop bonds particularly with any players? Was there a veteran that took you under her wing? Was there another QMJHL guy who was out there with you?
Um, I was the only French guy there during my camp, my first camp. So honestly, I knew some guy from the like U18 and the Team Canada stuff that were
Okay.
drafted the same year of me. So I was just spending time with them, and let's see, every veteran on that team are so open mind. So they talk to you, they want to know about you. So it's pretty fun to have a great culture like that in Buffalo.
For sure. And overall, they're also a very young team overall. So I'm
Mhm.
guessing you fit right in being a younger guy as well.
Yeah, exactly. They know a lot about like junior hockey, and some of the guys still following the the MMA World Cup and things like that. So it's fun to talk with them about that.
For sure, for sure. Now that you've brought up who you grew up a fan of, I'm guessing these days you're rooting for the Bruins in the playoffs, I guess?
Yeah, I- I'm betting for them to win the cup. I think watching them during the first three games, they have a solid team without like their two first center. It's pretty like uh, impressive what they're doing. So I'm just can't wait to see when everybody's gonna be back.
Do you have another Bruins fan up in there with you in Gatineau? I'm guessing you guys must have chirped everyone this year with the season the Bruins had.
Sure, yeah, we have it. Me and Serge, two big fans of the Bruins, so it's fun to chirp the guys when they went, and they were always winning. So it's fun to come the next morning and just chirping the guys that they're the best team.
Yeah, not many sad mornings for you this year, I'll tell you that
No,
much.
not really.
Now, obviously, we just briefly covered the fact that you're in Gatineau now, but I want to take it back to your first years in the QMJHL. So you started off in Shawinigan, which was a crazy, crazy career there in Shawi for you.
Mhm.
You started off fifth overall in the draft. So coming into Shawinigan, did you feel any added pressure from being such a high draft pick, or did you just come in looking to prove that they picked me this high, and I just want to show them they make the right choice?
There were a little bit of pressure with that, but I was confident that I would make the team my first year. I wanted to just get my mark with the team. And I think I had a pretty good first year in Shawi. Um, the guys around me were had some friends there already, so it was easy to just join the team. And yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with my rookie years. And after that, it's everything has been perfect, and my 3 years in Shawi was unbelievable.
For sure, for sure. And I mean, obviously, you're mentioning you sort of settled in quickly during your regular season. I mean, the stats speak for itself. You really settled in quickly and gelled right off the bat, which turned you into a household name in the QMJHL. So, leading into basically what was your second season, you had a great season last year. Everyone knows the Shawinigan run. I mean, you guys qualified, I believe, seventh before going into the playoffs, before going all the way. So surprised a lot of people there. So I'm guessing the easy question would be to ask you what your favorite memory from being in Shawinigan is, but that's way too easy to ask. So I guess I'll ask you, what do you miss the most from Shawi?
I think it's just the boys. Um, we had a really close group of guys in Shawi, and the chemistry with the boys was really nice, and I just miss them. I made a lot of close friends there in Shawi, and I just can't wait to the summer to see them because like yeah, it's friends for life, and when you do a big run like that in the playoff, the the friendship is just getting bigger. So yeah, I think that's my memory I'm gonna keep from this team in Shawi.
Yeah, and I guess it's an old saying that they say as soon as you win a championship with a band of boys, you guys are stuck for life. Those memories will never fade. So
Yeah,
definitely fun to hear you talk about the friendships for sure. Now, obviously, I mentioned earlier I don't want you to bring up your favorite memory, but I guess winning the President Cup has to be up there. So how was that whole moment? Obviously, you brought the first championship to the QMJHL's oldest franchise, so
mhm.
first cup in over 50 years. I'm guessing that must have been a special moment for you.
Yeah. I mean, the first time in I think 53 years to bring the cup back in Shawi was insane. I think all the fans was crazy in Shawi at that moment, and yeah, winning in like in Charlottetown, I think we were underdog. Nobody was thinking that we're gonna win the President Cup. So it was a pretty good feeling. We made Shawinigan proud, and I think we were proud of ourselves too during at that moment. And yeah, it's just unbelievable moment, and just so many memories of that night.
Definitely, definitely. Obviously, you guys went through some adversity to get to that, but you also, clinched a spot in the Memorial Cup. Now, you yourself, you had an amazing tournament there as well. 4 goals in 4 games for a total of 6 points or something like that. I watched your stats earlier there, but that whole experience, I'm guessing, must have been magical as well, despite you guys not leaving with the trophy.
Yeah, I mean, you watch that since you're a little kid. The Memorial Cup, it's like the biggest tournament in the whole juniors, so it's pretty big, and all the media are there. It's sponsored. There's a lot of people there to watch you. Uh, like people around the Canada watch that tournament, so it's pretty special to be there and just be able to play against the best in the Canada was a great moment. Obviously, we didn't win, but I think we did all we could to to win.
Now, in that tournament itself, obviously you didn't get to lift the trophy at the end, but if you had to pick one moment, what was your fondest memory from that whole experience?
Um, Good question. I think just the wins that we to win the first 2 games. I think it was great moments. Nobody expect us to win, and we're like up two victory after the first 2 games, so it was pretty special for us. And I mean, it didn't end like we wish we ended to, but yeah, I think it's my favorite memory for that tournament.
Now, you mentioned the media, the attention you were getting, all that. Do you feel that whole experience in itself is sort of something that you learned and that you sort of took with you to Gatineau?
Yeah, for sure, it's experience, and yeah, the media is coming to get bigger during the playoff when semis now. So the media are pretty big on us. So gotta stay focused, and I think that experience that I had from last year, I can bring in and Gatineau, and just being there for the boys if they need to, and just yeah, uh, yeah, exactly.
And basically looking at the top scorers from that tournament from the Memorial Cup, I mean the top names that come up to mind, Williams Faux, Mason McTavish, you had your own two teammates in Maverick Bourque and Xavier Bourgault. I mean, all those guys are playing pro nowadays. So I'm guessing being a 20-year-old, you must feel like you're that close to playing at the pros as well. Or I'm guessing you feel you're ready.
Yeah, I mean, I wanna play pro next year, so that's my goal. But I really want to focus in my playoff right now.
Mhm.
I mean, we have a good chance to win it all this year, so I really want to focus in Gatineau and bring a cup back in Gatineau this year.
For sure, for sure. And now the reason that I brought up the fact that you guys, faced some adversity with Shawinigan in a Memorial Cup is that you, on a personal level, also kicked off this season facing some adversity yourself with an injury. Can you talk about a little bit about the injury, how it happened, what was going on that end?
Yeah, it happened on the face of last year. I mean, I think it was in April, and it was a shoulder injury. Yeah, I got had a surgery for that during the summer. Um, I mean, I played through the playoff, and after that, Buffalo, Gatineau, and all the staff wanted me to have a surgery, so I did it, and it was a 4 to 6 month recovery. So I did stay in Gatineau and work out with the staff here in Gatineau,
Mhm.
and be ready for my comeback in January.
For sure. Now, yourself, you said it happened last year in April, so you played through the whole playoffs and obviously won a championship with that bad shoulder. I'm guessing, was it just a pain tolerance thing? Did you have to play through the pain?
Yeah, I played through the pens, but it was tolerant. I mean, I didn't want to let the team down at that moment. Uh, we had a great year and we were in playoffs. So I mean, it wasn't a tough choice for me. I just wanted to do the surgery after the season.
For sure. Now, obviously, it sort of sucks to put it this way, but you sort of retired on top from Shawinigan. You can't go better than winning a title. Now, how did that whole decision come around with you being traded to Gatineau? Were you aware? Did you get to pick where you were going, type of thing? Did you talk with your agent, or did just Gatineau phone you and said, "Hey, we acquired you"?
I mean, I knew that I was gonna be traded after the season. I just didn't know where.
Hmm.
But yeah, I knew that Gatineau was really interested in me. So when we called me after the season and tell me, "Do you want to be a Gatineau Olympics?" My answer was yes for sure. So yeah, that's how it happened, and I'm really happy of that trade.
Now, how do you sort of live, go through the highs and lows, knowing that obviously you were on the sidelines watching Gatineau being, amazing in the first half of the season again. Were you anxious to join that group? Were you excited at the idea that you're going to join this winning team again? And you're getting another shot. I mean, how was it watching from the sidelines at first?
Yeah, it was really exciting. Excited. I mean, I knew that we had we have a club to win it all this year, and I knew that at Christmas we're gonna make some move to to upgrade the team. So I was excited to be back with the team after Christmas and just help them to win and yeah, be ready for the playoff. And I think that's what we did, and we are ready for the next round against Quebec.
And now, when you joined the team, what was your role in the early going? What type of what were you doing during games? Obviously, you can't play and you're sitting in the stands, but what was your everyday role for the boys?
Just I was trying to get to know everyone. It was new for me, a lot of new guys. So just try to talk to them, spend time with them in the gym, in the room before practice. So that was my not my job, but the thing I did just to get to know everyone and be part of the family here in Gatineau. So that's pretty much the big thing I did before Christmas in Gatineau.
It's kind of weird. You're also a new guy, but you're sort of the glue guy at the same time, trying to bring the boys together. But you're a new player as well, so I guess it says a lot about your veteranship and your leadership there.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to just bring it. I mean, the chemistry in Gatineau was already pretty big. All the
Mhm.
boys are tight, and it was pretty easy for me to just join them and be a leader on that team.
For sure. Now, we mentioned about your leadership and being a leader on that team. Now, the minute that the former captain, which was Manix Landry, got traded, they named you as the captain for the rest of the regular season and the playoffs as well. How did you expect that honor coming your way at all? Was it a surprise to you? How'd you react when you found out?
Yeah, it was kind of a surprise for me to be named captain, but it was great news. I think I'm pretty honored to be captain here in such an old franchise, and Um, I just want to I just want to do like the old captain in the days and just lift the cup at the end of the season. So that's my big objective, and I do whatever it can to do it.
It's pretty funny you mentioned that that's on your mind. Basically, you'll be the first one who gets to lift that trophy. So for sure, it's a special feeling. Excuse me, being a captain. Now, as a captain, how would you describe your leadership? Are you more of the vocal rah rah guy, or you set the tone on the ice?
I'd say a bit of the two. I like to be around the guys in the locker room, just talk with everybody, uh, have fun at time. And yeah, on the ice, I like to show an example, just working out in the practice in the gym and during the game. I think I'd say I'm pretty leadership in both ways.
Now you've played obviously on a championship team last year. Now you land in Gatineau, who has many of the tools to go all the way. When you have to compare the two, because you've played and you've been in both locker rooms, what are some of the differences or similarities that you see between both teams?
Um, there's a lot of similarities. I mean, we had such a good chemistry in both of those teams. I think in here in Gatineau we have I mean, a couple of good lines like our four line can do the job, can score goals, can defend. We have six good Ds and a good goalie. I think that the big difference. I think there's also much more pressure in Gatineau to win because last year we were like underdog. We finished seventh, so we didn't have any pressure. And I think yeah, the difference is that this year we not we gotta win, but we have some chance, and we know that we can win.
What does Big Nads prefer, being the top dog or the underdog?
I mean, it's I think I prefer being a top dog just to because we I don't know, the team is confident and we
Yeah.
have a good two first round, so we're heading the third round with confidence, and we want to be strong and just play our ways.
You mentioned entering the third round with confidence. Now, basically, you guys have only lost one game in the playoff runs, which is already unreal. But now you're playing Quebec City, who hasn't lost a single game. I mean, how do you enter that battle? I mean, you guys expecting anything? Have you prepared differently for Quebec than the other series?
No, I think we did our video, but like we did for the first two series too, it's the same preparation, just a bigger opponent. So we got to be ready, and yeah, we're pretty excited for that series.
Any boys you're familiar with on the other side that you've been chirping with a little bit?
I'm not a big chirping guy, but yeah, obviously I know a couple of guys on the other side. I played them last year in the series too, so I know them, and yeah, it's gonna be good, good hockey, and we're excited about that.
Awesome, awesome. Now you're talking about a few of your teammates, but the ones I want to talk about right now are your line mates. So I guess the minute you joined the Gatineau and you got things rolling, you guys basically formed one of the best lines in the QMJHL. And when I say you guys, I mean you, Alexis Gendron, and Riley Kidney.
Mhm.
So how has that been experienced? Can you sort of you have an explanation for the way that you guys gelled so quickly? I mean, you're all new faces that got to Gatineau this year.
Yeah, they made my comeback so easy on the ice with the team. I think Riley is the playmaker. He's pretty smooth on the ice, can do whatever he wants. So it's pretty easy to play with him. And Jendi Gendron, that is the shooter. He can shoot from everywhere, score from everywhere. So it's the fit perfect for the three of us because I like to go in front of the net, just win my battles, play down low. So the three of us match perfectly, and I think yeah, we just made everybody like the three of us made each other look better. So it's pretty fun to have that kind of chemistry in a trio like that.
Now, obviously, both of those guys you had played against in previous seasons. Now that you're getting to skate alongside them every day, I mean, was there like a shocking moment where you're like, "Oh man, I knew this guy was good, but not that great." I feel a guy like Gendron was one of the sneakiest 50-goal
Mhm.
scorer we've basically not heard of all year.
Yeah, exactly. I was surprised about how his skills and his shot. It's different when you watch them in practice and in the game you can see like everything they can do. So yeah, it was pretty special, and I was a little bit surprised about those two and how skilly they were.
For sure, and basically that whole experience of gelling with them. I mean, do you have a reason for that chemistry outside that the fact that you guys all played different roles? I mean, did you guys spend extra time practicing together because you didn't have that chemistry ahead of time, or?
Not really, just came naturally. I think we're three good person of the ice. We're some good friends too. So I think it just came like that, and I mean I couldn't ask for a better trio right now.
No, for sure, and a better you can't ask for a better fit, pretty much. I mean, the guys
Yeah.
will complete you very well. Now we brought up those two line mates. I want to talk about a little bit of the players on your team who sort of fly under the radar, and one of them being on the third line, you got that gritty winger named Samsa. How is that kid?
He's amazing. I mean, he's a energy guy, but also with a lot of skill, speed. He can do everything on the ice, play defense, offense, physical game. And we're so lucky to have him here in Gatineau. Everybody love him. The fans too. I think he's one of the favorite. So yeah, it's amazing, and yeah, he's so nobody liked him on the other side, and I was the first to hate him last year. But I can tell you that I'm pretty happy to have him on my side this year.
He's the type of guy that, I don't know him personally, but I already know exactly what type of guy he is for
Yeah,
sure.
you want him of your team.
For sure. I mean, hey, he's the guy who celebrated being at the star of the game with the gritty. So I mean, that was
Yeah, exactly.
that tells you a lot about the guy. Now, the other guy I want to talk about basically is another key acquisition by Gatineau, and I'm guessing you were excited when you found out Frankie Lapena between the pipes. How unreal has that guy been?
Yeah, like you said, he's been unreal. He stole some games for us after Christmas, and his stat in the playoff too. It's unbelievable. I think we can play with confidence when he's behind us in the net, and and yeah, he brings such a good leadership too in that team. Very lucky to have him here, and yeah, he's been in the final two last year, so he got some experience, and he's at 20 years old. So yeah, we couldn't ask for a better goalie to start the third round with.
For sure, and it's funny. Basically, you mentioned that because when we kicked off the season, one of the questions we were asking the boys that were on our Facebook lives were who was the toughest goalie to beat in the QMJHL, and most guys would say Lapena. So I'm guessing you're happy he's on your side now.
Yeah, very happy, and yeah, I can tell you that he's not getting score on a lot in the practice, so I can tell you that it's tough to score against.
He's got number 12 written down somewhere. He's
Yeah,
watching
for
you.
sure, for sure.
And now the last guy, because I see time flying by here. So the last guy I wanted to bring up, which another boy who's sort of flying under the radar, but Boutin playing on your top pair there with Warren going down. I mean, he's logging premium minutes. I know a lot of people are talking about Luneau with his offensive upside, but how's Boutin in his new role grown, and has he been impressing you as well?
Yeah, he really stood his game up when Ryan went down.
Yep.
Um, he's very efficient with the puck, without the puck, in D zone, in PK. So he can do like everything on the ice too. He got some good offense skills, and I played with him in midget, and it's such a good guy, such a good leader too in our club, and as a 4 years in Gatineau, I think it's an important part of our group, and yeah, we're really lucky to have him. He's a really good person and a really good teammates too.
For sure, and like you mentioned, those guys that have been in Gatineau for a few years, they hope they can end their careers with the cherry on top by lifting that trophy. So that's what we're gonna wish for you, obviously, in the semifinals. So you're as close as it gets to reaching that final for a back-to-back season. So I want to wish you best of luck the rest of the way, and thank you once again for doing this. So thanks, and Nads,
Thank
big
you.
Nads.
Thank you.
Thanks, man. So for people who want to follow Olivier, he's going to head to our French Facebook page to do another interview like this in French. So you can feel free to tag along. So thanks again, Oli.
Thank you.